Hi, welcome to another broadcast of the Broadcasters Rules Challenge. I'm very happy today to feature a couple of former pitchers in the major leagues and, of course, one of my favorite umpires of all time. And let's bring them on right now. Let's first start with the guy behind the plate. Ted Barrett, you are, it's great to see you, and you're down at the bottom right-hand part of our screen right now. Boy, you've been in the major leagues a long, long time, Ted. You've umpired perfect games, no hitters, but this has got to be the pinnacle of your career right here to be on the Broadcasters Rules Challenge.
Oh, there's no doubt. I'm in the company of greatness. I know that. So.
All right, now in the upper right-hand part of your screen, we've got an old right-hander who pitched with about 10 different ball clubs, including the San Diego Padres, the first-round pick with the Giants, Mark Mud Grant. Mud, welcome to the show.
Chris, thanks so much. I know you have a passion for your Baseball Rules Academy because you inundate my inbox with rules every single day. I tried to go down and find the unsubscribe button, but no, I'm kidding. But I know you love the rules. I know we all love the rules, and I feel better as a broadcaster if we're on top of the rules because I think we owe it to the fans. If something happens they're not familiar with, that we're on it. And I thank you for teaching me some of the rules along the way. Appreciate it.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And you are, by the way, the only subscriber I have that does not have an unsubscribe button. So congratulations on that one. Jim Deshaies, bottom left-hand part of your screen. Boy, now he's the announcer for the Chicago Cubs. You started out as the announcer for the Houston Astros, Jimmy, but way back when you were with the New York Yankees. And you've made a lot of different stops in the major leagues. What are you doing now during this hiatus from baseball?
Like everybody else, just kind of hanging out, keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to play baseball. Contributing a little bit. The Cubs, as you may know, started their own television network, so they've got programming that they're doing, and I jump on there every now and then. But unfortunately, unlike our other guests, I haven't gone incognito yet because Ted, the spitting image of Goose Gossage down there in the lower right-hand corner, and Mud is the Monopoly guy, the Moneybags guy with that mustache. That is quality work, gentlemen. I'm honored to be with you.
Sweet stuff,
well,
right
JD,
there.
I'll tell you that. Yeah, I've got Park Boulevard for $400 if you like it.
All right, well, maybe we'll have Park
Place,
Boulevard on our game. Are you guys ready to play the game? Here's the way it goes. It's called a baseball rules categories game. It's nice and simple, and all you have to do, it's kind of like Jeopardy, where you pick the category that you want and the number that you want, and we will go from there. So you do get penalized for wrong answers, and you get credit for good answers. And Jim Deshaies, you're on the left-hand side. You're going to go first. Mud, we've got 5 categories today: hit and run, pitch and catch, out of play, under review, and bad bounces. And before we get started, Ted Barrett, do you need to have the authority to throw either of these guys out of the game if they get out of hand?
We'll keep them in line.
All right, Jimmy, JD, what do you want to do first?
I'm going to take potent potables. I'm going to. I saw that James Holzhauer guy do his thing on Jeopardy, and he was just went all over the board. So I'm going to go for. I'm looking for the daily double, and I'm going to go with under review for 400, please, Alex.
Under review for 400, going right to the big number right here. And here's the question: the runner at first base is called for intentional interference with an illegal slide into second when he's breaking up a double play. Now, his manager wants a replay review. Is this play reviewable?
I'm going to go with yes.
Okay, we'll see if that is the right answer or not.
Do I have a buzzer?
No, you don't. I took those away too. All right, the answer is yes. Ted, tell us about this play. I guess it has to be a bad slide to be reviewable?
Yes. So interference is not reviewable. So for example, if the runner interfered with him before the base, or if he interfered with him fielding the ball, that would not be reviewable. But the slide is actually reviewable. The rule that was changed a few years ago. So the manager can challenge that if the umpire calls it, or if he does not call it. We can go to replay and get help in New York on that.
All right. JD, you got it right. You're going one more time. What do you want to put on the board now?
Let's do pitch and catch for 300, please, Chris.
For 300. All right. What is the record for the most balks in one game? Was it Joe Hesketh with 5, Bob Shaw with 4, Tippy Martinez with 3, or Harvey Haddix having 6?
Wow. Well, the Balk rule was a point of emphasis, I know, in the late 80s, because I was charged with quite a few of them. Tippy Martinez had a heck of a pickoff move. And he picked up 3 guys in an inning. So I'm going to go with Tippy. I'll go Tippy Martinez 3.
All right. We'll find out if that's the right answer. And it is not. It was Bob Shaw way back in the day. All right,
Bob Shaw, right-hander.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't know how he got called, but there must have been a Balk and Bob Davidson back in those days too.
might have been Bob.
Balk and Jocko Conlon.
All right, Mud. Let's go. You've got the board. What do you say?
Okay, I'll take states that end in California. No. I'll take under review for 500.
Under review for 500.
Wow.
And all right, name the team that in 2019 had the most success in overturning a call with a replay challenge. Was it the Yankees, the Houston Astros, the Kansas City Royals, or the San Diego Padres?
I remember hearing this little nugget, I think, during the course of the season, and I'm going to throw a dart right here. I could be down 500 just like that. I'm going to go with the New York Yankees. A, please.
Okay, New York Yankees. And
Final
it is
answer?
not. It was Kansas City Royals. How about that? That was the dart that I thought you were going to throw. JD, back to you, and you've got the board.
Okay, let's go hit and run for 100, please, Chris.
Oh, going out there on a limb now again, protecting that lead. While the pitcher is in his pitching motion, the batter tries to call time and steps completely out of the batter's box. The umpire does not grant time, and the pitch hits the batter. What's the call? No pitch since the batter was not officially inside the batter's box. Hit by pitch since time was never granted. Legal pitch is called a ball, not a hit by pitch because the batter was outside the box, or a do-over.
I love the do-over. I love that concept. Clearly, that's not going to be the case. For me, it's between B and C because he was indeed hit by a pitch, but he was outside of the batter's box. I'm going to go C. Legal pitch called a ball.
All right. It is not. Yeah. It's B. Hit by pitch. What is that rule, Ted?
Yeah, so a lot of times as the hitter tries to get time out, him calling time doesn't stop the action. The umpire actually has to call time. So even as he moves out of the box and he's hit by the pitch, it's still a legal pitch. He's going to be granted first. And that was a tricky one because being outside of the box might have thrown you a little bit. But also, I think we're going to have some disciplinary action against the pitcher here if he's pegging a guy, at least that far out of the box.
Call timeout on me, will you?
All right, Mud, back to you. Which way are we going?
Okay, I got to try to bounce back. So I'm going to go bad bounces, Chris, for 200, please.
Bad bounces for 200. And if a pitch ball makes contact with the bat and then ricochets first off the catcher's chest protector and then into his bare hand, how is it ruled? Foul ball, dead ball, foul ball, live ball, foul tip, dead ball, or a foul tip, live ball?
It's oh gosh, I know this one. Foul tip off the catcher, and so that means it hit him first, so it's not a clean catch. So I'm going to say foul ball, foul tip, foul ball, dead ball. A.
You can't milk the clock, Mud.
My bad.
All right, you know what? This is actually a trick question, and this is the gimme for you because we're going to have Ted Barrett come in and explain it because evidently, Ted, this is a change in the baseball rules this year.
Yeah. So actually, Mud, you're absolutely right. Under the previous playing rules, but when we start again, it's actually going to be a foul tip live ball. Before the ball had to go sharp and direct off the bat into the glove. Then if it came out, he could bobble it bounce off his equipment and catch it.
Right.
But now it no longer has to go sharp and direct into the glove. It can do just what it says in this example. It could go off the bat, chest protector, as long as he corrals it and catches it before it hits the ground. It's going to be a foul tip, live ball. So you know, I'm proud of you because you knew the difference between a foul ball and a foul tip. A foul tip is a ball that the catcher catches and it remains alive and in play.
All right.
So
it used
I
to
think
be.
you should get credit for this one.
Yeah, I think we'll figure out a way to give him credit during the
That's
break
all right.
on that.
Don't worry about it. It's good, though.
But, that was good stuff because this is under 2019 rules because we haven't actually played any baseball yet this year.
That's right.
Mud, why don't we let you go one more time? What do you got here? We're getting up now to the end of the first half. We got a couple questions left.
Okay, I'm going to go pitch and catch for 100, Chris.
Pitch and catch for 100. All right, the penalty for a quick pitch it's considered a no pitch. It is considered a legal pitch if the batter is in the batter's box. With runners on, it is a balk. With no runners on, it is a ball on the batter. Or D, none of the above.
I'm going to go. I think this one lands in the responsibility. I think of the umpire's judgment. He can rule it as a no pitch. So I'm going to go. The penalty for a quick pitch is considered a no pitch.
Okay. And Ted, that was a wrong answer. What do you got for us here?
Yeah. So if the pitcher, the batter must be alert to the pitcher, and if the umpire deems it a quick pitch, that's an illegal pitch. And if there's a runner on base, it's a balk. With no runners on, it's a ball. But sometimes the batter will be alert to the pitcher, and the pitcher will kind of rush it, and there's no penalty on that. So in this case, it's not a no pitch. It's going to be a ball on the hitter with nobody on and a balk if somebody is.
All right.
And I just keep getting lower and lower and lower and lower in the standings.
Well, the good news is the first half is almost over after this question. JD, take the board, and what do you want to do?
Let's go out of play for 3.
Out of play for 3. Okay, the base is loaded and no outs. The batter hits a sacrifice fly to the left fielder. The throw in deflects off the third baseman's glove and then rolls into the dugout. What do you do with all the runners? All the runners advance 1 base from the time of throw. All the runners advance 2 bases from the time of throw. All runners advance 1 base from the time of the pitch, and all runners advance 2 bases from the time of pitch.
I'm going to rule out the time of pitch. I think this is a time of throw consideration. Because it deflects off the third baseman's glove. So we got a man on this guy from third is tagging, coming home. Guy on first tags. Man, I'm gonna go A, 1 base from the time of the throw.
All right, Ted. This is one cerebral left-hander we've got going here, isn't it? It is actually 2 bases. Explain this, will you, Ted?
That's what I was going to guess, JD.
Yeah, JD, I love the way you process that because you threw out the 2 time pitches. You're absolutely right. And, anytime you get a ball going out of play, whether it hit his glove or not, that's going to be 2 bases from the time of throw. Now, if he would have caught it, possessed it as a cutoff man, and then threw it, then it would be 2 bases from the time of his throw. But since it just deflected off his glove and went out of play, 2 bases from the time of the throw from the left fielder.
It's amazing whenever Ted explains these, you immediately go to, of course that's what it is.
Well, Ted, I got a question for you then. I mean, if you explain them so nice and easily like you do to us, why would anybody get angry enough for you to have to throw him out of the game like you did for Bobby Cox when he broke the record for most ejections as a manager, surpassing John McGraw? Do you remember that 132nd ejection that he had?
I do remember that. And I was amazed. I was in Atlanta 2 months earlier, and they said he only needed 1 more ejection for the record. When I came back 2 months later, I thought for sure the record would have been long shattered, but it wasn't. And so, it's the heat of the battle. Some guys, they can't handle the truth. But sometimes when you explain it to them, you've got guys that are able to then take it and they'll settle down. But other guys, doesn't matter who explains it or what is explained, they're going to be angry.
All right, we're going to take a quick break on this Broadcaster Rules Challenge, and we'll be right back after this. There are 3 ways to use BaseballRulesAcademy.com. The first, come on in free and look up any rule, no membership required. What you get are rules from Major League Baseball, high school baseball, college baseball, and all different levels of amateur baseball. The second way is to become a free member. You simply join with an email address. Our free members have access to selected content like case studies, videos, course lessons, quizzes, rules updates, and forums. It's about 10% of our website content. The best way? Premium membership. Our premium members see case studies, videos, course lessons, interactive quizzes and tests, rules updates, forums, all of course at different levels. Time to make the call. BaseballRulesAcademy.com. Now on sale for 65% off. All right, welcome back to the Broadcaster Rules Challenge. We've got a couple of pitchers, Mark Grant and Jim Deshaies, on the hill. And behind the plate, of course, longtime veteran Major League umpire Ted Barrett. And right now we are looking at both of you guys just really basically tearing up the board. There are a lot of catchers out there right now looking at this score saying, no wonder there are no pitchers who are managers out there.
I'm trying not to suck, JD.
I'm wearing my try not to suck t-shirt, and it's just not working, boys.
All right, I think Mud, you have the board. Where are you going?
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I am down from JD 500, so I'm gonna go 500 to try to even up. Pitch and catch for 500, Chris.
Pitch and catch for 500 is a bonus.
Oh, baby.
All right, we're gonna let you do up to 800 on this one if you'd like to bet. Is that what you want to do?
Absolutely.
I mean, after all, it's
All
just,
in.
All in.
All right. Now here's the question, and we're going to show you a video, okay? You make the call. Alex Wood has the ball slip out of his hand during this pitch to the plate. So the correct call would be a ball, runners advance at their own risk, balk, runners return to their previous base, balk, runners awarded one base, or a do-over. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at this video. And there's the ball. It never does quite make it to the foul line. Mud, what do you think about that?
Well, I think that has something to do with it. I'm going to say it's going to be a ball. Well, what were the choices again?
Okay, well let's.
Can you bring up the answers
Sure
again?
Can.
So demanding.
All right, here we go. So after he throws that pitch, it never does make it to the foul line. The options are ball, runners advance at their own risk, balk, runners return to their previous base, balk, runners awarded one advance base, or a do-over.
Gosh.
Trust your instincts,
You know what?
Don't overthink it.
Don't
overthink it.
I know. My instinct is he was offering a pitch. The play just happened. I'm going to say ball, runners advance at their own risk.
Okay, let's give it a shot right here.
I'm probably wrong.
And you are. It's a balk. How can that be a balk, Ted?
Balk.
Yeah, I thought you had that one.
I know.
Here's the key to that play. When the ball, it was a legal pitch, but like Chris said, it didn't reach the foul line. Had it crossed the foul line, it would have just been a ball.
That's where I got it wrong. Okay.
It's a balk, and they're going to move up one base. So, you got the rule a little confused there.
I should have went with my instinct, JD. C was my original choice.
I would have been on my soapbox. I'm an anti-balk guy. I always freak out on balk calls. Well, Mud, you really, I have no place to talk, do I?
All right,
Of course,
JD.
I'm assuming previous contestants in this game actually ended with plus points.
We've
Does
had
that
a
ever
couple
happen?
of guys, and it could have been the difficulty of the questions, but we had a couple of guys up around the 1,500 to 2,000 range, including, believe it or not, Marty Brenneman. So
wow.
it was pretty amazing. Although we gave him a Hall of Fame discount.
Oh, God. Throw him a couple hanging curveballs.
Well, I'm pretty good at that. Where you want to go, JD?
Well, I think we have a official scoring issue. I think the tally is down below there is.
I see we do. We'll be able to fix that. In fact, let's call a quick timeout and let me see.
I'm down 1,600. I'm down 1,600. I know that.
I'm only down 300. I'm kicking butt here.
Let's see here.
You know, speaking of Balks, one time I was in St. Louis and I made a move to first base, just a regular move to first base. Bruce Fremming was the first base umpire. He goes, "Balk," and I was like, "What? What?" I said, "Why did I balk, Bruce?" He goes, "Because I said so," and he just turned his back and walked away. He didn't give me an explanation.
Yeah,
Bruce's way of handling an argument was. Sorry.
Go ahead, Ted.
Bruce's way of handling an argument was yelling louder and longer than everybody else.
Yeah, I remember pitching in Montreal one time when Bruce was behind the plate. The first pitch of the game that I threw, I thought was a real good pitch. He said ball one, and I kind of walked in a little bit to get the throw from the catcher, just kind of cocked my head and looked at him. And after the next pitch, I thought was even better, and he said ball two, and I walked further in and got the ball, and I just muttered something under my breath, and I turned around and walked back to the mound, and as I did, there was this explosion. He was chasing, just coming out and just lighting me up. And Montreal is close to my home, where I grew up, so I had all these family and friends there. I said, "Okay, we're good, Bruce, please. I need to stay in this game." But man, he just lit me up. That's message delivered.
He was.
It's happened to everybody.
Setting the tone.
Yeah.
All right, JD, we've got it fixed. Where you want to go with the board?
Well, I'm going to try to get back to even. So I'm going to go bad bounces for 300.
Bad bounces for 300. Okay, the relay throw from the outfield comes in high, so the cutoff man tosses his glove into the air, and it makes contact with the ball. Is this a rules violation? And if so, how many advance bases are the runners awarded? A, no violation. Detached equipment only applies to batted balls. B, yes, it's a violation. Runners get 3 bases. C, yes, they get 2 bases. And D, yes, they get 1 base.
Wow. So there's a little wrinkle in here because in the outfield, if the outfielder throws his glove and makes contact, I'm pretty sure that's a 3-base violation. Tosses his glove into the air may mean it's difficult for the umpire to determine whether that was intentional or not. May or may not matter. I'm going to go with it is a violation, and I'm going to give the runners 2 bases.
Okay.
And you hear the certainty in my voice.
Correcto. I don't know whether it was a guess, but that's a pretty good explanation, Ted Barrett.
Yeah, JD walked us through that pretty good. Now, on a batted ball, it is 3 bases, which is a pretty extreme award. You know, a quick story on this. It happened one night in Arizona, and Luis Gonzalez, the next inning, came out and asked me, he said, "It's 3 bases for a thrown glove, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "All right, how about I see the ball's going to go over the fence for a home run, and I throw my glove at it and hit it, and it'll be 3 bases." So I see how you players think. You take your genius and use it for evil.
That's funny.
The case in that is someone thought of that earlier. Someone probably tried it, and so the rule book was changed. In that case, if we think it would have been a home run, we can give him the home run.
And Ted, what if an outfielder throws a glove at a ball and misses it? Is it no violation or
that's no penalty?
No penalty.
No violation. The glove has to hit the ball, so no penalty for bad aim.
Yeah, then he has to play the rest of the inning without a glove. That's the penalty.
Right. I like that.
All right, good stuff right there.
As a pitcher, JD, I always thought if a guy comes up to the plate with a bat he breaks that bat, he's got to continue the at-bat with that at-bat, even if it's just a dub.
I would embrace that rule. Yeah.
You cannot go back to the dugout and get a new bat. Broken bat, finish the at-bat.
Problem is, I never broke anybody's bat off at the hands. All right, JD, you're bored. Last few minutes for a couple of questions left.
Boy, I'm back to even. I should just cut off the jam and refuse to play. Let's do out of play for 100.
Out of play for 100, really going big there. Okay, the runner at first base. The pitcher steps off the first base, and the ball rolls out of play. Where do the umpires place the runner? He gets one base, he goes to second, he gets two bases, he goes to third, or it's a judgment call for the umpire. He decides where the runner would have likely advanced if the ball did not go out of play.
I'm going to go dead ball, one base.
Okay, dead ball, one base.
So
the answer is actually two bases. Ted, this is probably one of the more misunderstood placement rules out there. Take us through this.
Yeah, Mark, you would have been right. It was one base if he would have stayed in contact with the rubber and thrown over. But since he stepped off, he then really becomes a fielder, and now it's two bases on throwing it away. So I guess if you're a young pitcher, staying on the rubber and throwing over, if you're going to throw wild, it'll save you a base.
Good stuff right there. All right. Mark Grant, Mudd, chance to get back here with a little bit of a streak. What do you got?
Yeah. Can I go I'm going to go hit and run. Can I go hit and run for 1,700?
No, but you can go hit and run for 500, and here it is.
Okay.
On a hit and run, the batter steps on home plate and hits a foul ball. His heel is still touching the line of the batter's box. So he steps on home plate, but his heel is still on the line of the batter's box. What's the call? You replay the pitch after the batter is given a warning not to step on the plate. The batter's out for making contact with a pitch while stepping on the plate, or there's no infraction since part of his foot was still touching part of the batter's box line, or D, batter interference, and he is out.
I'm going to go with my gut right here because I remember reading the rule book stating that the foot, as long as it's on the line, his other foot is in the box if the one foot is still contact with the line. So I'm going to go C, no infraction since part of his foot was touching the batter's box line.
All right, and that is correct. And you're gaining on it right there. Look at that. Do a little celebration that way. All right.
Are you dabbing?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Mudd.
Keep rolling, Mudd. Keep rolling.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go 500 out of play.
Out of play, 500. Okay, wow. The Padres are batting in the bottom of the ninth, tie game, one out, runner at third. Pop up near the Padres dugout. As the Cubs' third baseman comes over to make the catch on the top step of the dugout, his momentum carries him down the steps. He keeps his balance as he's now standing on the floor of the dugout. The runner at third tags up and runs home, but the Cubs' third baseman from the dugout throws home and nabs the runner out of the plate. What's the call? 2 outs.
Well, first of all,
okay.
Yeah, first of all, this game is at a neutral site because if it was at Padres dugout is at first base side at both Wrigley and Petco. So the Cubs third baseman, I don't know where this game is being played, JD. I'm going to say
I'm inclined to give you 500 points just for that observation right there.
He keeps his balance. He's now standing on the floor. But he caught the ball in fair territory.
No, he caught it in foul territory, but he was in live ball territory. And then when he went into the dugout, of course, he still kept his balance, had the ball, and threw to the plate.
I'm going to go C. No outs on the plate. Catches rule of foul ball because third baseman went into the dugout.
All right. And it is actually not. It was a tie game, bottom of the ninth. The game is over because once the third baseman carries the catch into the dugout, the runner is awarded home with the winning run. Ted, last question. That was it right there. Why don't you explain that one? Because I think a lot of people have no clue. Maybe I can try to explain it, guys. It certainly isn't as good an explanation as Ted Barrett, I can tell you that. But you know who does this a lot is Rizzo at first base with the Cubs. He'll catch the ball, and then he'll get up on the tarp and then go into the stands. And you can catch the ball if it's in live ball area, even in foul territory. But as soon as you go down into the dugout, the ball becomes dead. You can't throw from the dugout. And you have a runner getting advanced one base automatically. So in this case, the ball game would be over, even though the third baseman made a nice catch. Once he went into the dugout, that's it.
I got a question, guys. Does that fall sometimes under the ground rules, like the top step, like at Petco, is out of play? But yet, even though it's flush with the field, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the top step is in play. It's a step below. It's a step below that is in play, and the rule that they talk about right here is called the catch and carry. And some dugouts, you don't see that anywhere near as much anymore because you've got the fences in front of the dugout. But that's the way it goes right there.
All right. Well, I changed my answer to D then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can figure out a way to do that retrospectively, and there's no question about it. All right.
Yeah, the really savvy player would know either not to catch that ball, and then I guess maybe And then the other thing, if you catch it and find a way to just kind of fling it out of your glove before you fell into the duck, that's kind of next level. I don't know.
If you can, maybe that'll be. We'll get that on our next Broadcaster Rules Challenge. Hey, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. It was really a lot of fun. We lost Ted Barrett somewhere down the line, but that's all right for a guy that umpired 18 innings in a World Series. You figured that he'd be able to last a half an hour on this show, for goodness sakes. But maybe it was even. But
we were so bad, he didn't want to be associated with us anymore. He said, I'm done. I'm done with these bozos.
Even with his help, we couldn't get over the neutral mark. But Jimmy D, thank you very much for joining us. It was really a lot of fun. Mud, always great to see you. Carry on, my man.
Guys, you know what? I miss you. I miss seeing you guys during the season. Chris in Cincinnati, JD in Chicago. You guys be well. Hope to see you down the road.
Yeah, it's going to be a while, fellas, but someday we'll cross paths again.
All right. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
All right, Chris. Thanks.
See you, Walshy.
That was fun. Yep.
That's it for a Baseball Rules Challenge, our Broadcaster Rules Challenge episode. Jim Deshaies, Mark Grant, Ted Barrett. We had a great time today. Hope you join us next time. We'll have another fine guest, and the question will be answered maybe, do you know more than your favorite Major League announcer? So long, everybody.